All right, everybody, what's going on? Welcome back. We're back at it with the podcast here this week. I am the new host that Jeffrey just announced last week. So yeah, please be nice to me. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and start things off. How's everybody doing? We got Jeffrey back here, Eric as well, and yes, he's joining us again.
What it do?
What up?
Hello.
How's everybody doing? Y'all doing good today? Sunday?
It's a pretty good day. I was doing pretty good. I had to work. I worked today from home, but I was just chilling.
Not bad, not bad.
Chilling.
Yeah, I know it's only been a week since we last kind of spoke and did this, but normally I'd be like, hey, it's been a little bit of a while, and let's kind of like see what's going on in our lives and maybe something new happened. But today, like I said, hasn't been that long, but today I did something pretty cool, and I know you did too, Jeffrey and Yessie. I went and watched the One Piece film Red movie. And I thought it was pretty dang good. I still want to hear your thoughts on it, Jeffrey, since I know you're a big One Piece fan. And Yessie, I know you are not a huge One Piece fan, but you have started watching One Piece at one point. Not sure how far you got into it, but I'm sure you have your thoughts as well.
She already gave up, bro. I'm so disappointed.
Yeah, for some reason I think that she might have liked this, just kind of considering the type of movie it was, just a little bit. But we'll see. Yeah. How did you like it, Jeffrey?
You can go.
Or you want Yessie to go first?
Yeah, you go first.
All right, let's go, Yessie.
Well, I liked it. I mean, I like the singing. Of course, I've been like, who's that? And I'm like, oh, there goes that one guy from the first part of the show. And I'm like, it was pretty good. I liked it. I guess it was more my speed more than Jeffrey's. Even for a person who doesn't really know what was going on, at least I had a general idea of who some people were. So it wasn't too much of a brain teaser for me. But I liked the singing. She had a really pretty voice. I think what kind of threw me off is that it was the same singing voice actor for when she was like, I don't know, a kid. So
I thought that was a little weird too. I remember there was one scene in it where she was about to start singing, or she was a little kid, and we had heard her sing as an adult before, but she was a kid, and it was the first song she was going to sing when she was younger. And I was expecting it to be, like younger kid voice, but just really good, and it's a nice song, but it just went into adult voice again. I was like, that was weird. Hold on. But yeah, I'm glad you liked it for the most part. I thought you would. Stephanie really liked it. My girlfriend, she really enjoyed it too, just because a lot of the singing, she's a big Disney fan, so a lot of the movies that she really enjoys are, song based. You sing throughout like pretty much the whole movies and stuff that she ends up watching. But yeah, I enjoyed it too. But before I jump into, I guess, my thoughts, I wanted to see how Jeffrey felt about it. Tell me. I'm interested, and I feel like, yeah, I feel like it's I kind of have a good feeling of what your feeling was on it, I guess.
Shit. It was good. It was good. I wasn't like for anime movies that I really enjoy. I was going like, dude, like holy shit, like that shit was, oh my gosh, it was popping off, and I kind of got it, like in the beginning, like okay, like I see where this is going, like I see like what type of movie this is gonna be. It's not gonna be like, I was expecting a little bit more action, but here's my things that I really liked about it. Like, first of all, the voice actor for Uta, fucking amazing. Like, amazing voice, amazing singing. I loved it. I like every time she sung, it wasn't like, oh, like god damn it, here's another like song. Like it was like, oh yeah, like yeah, like I like how it's like it was different, like it was like different throughout the movie, like different songs throughout the movie. So like of what she was like going through and like kind of feeling and stuff. So I was like cool. Like I like that. Another wait, and I have a question before, because this also affects my opinion of it. Is that movie canon to the anime?
It's canon in some form. The fact that her character is canon, but I'm not sure. I don't think the events of what happened are canon. She's herself is real in the show or in the series.
Okay, I mean, because like what really got me hyped about it was like towards the ending, right? And it was like Spoiler alert. I mean, I don't know. You guys can like
Click
skip it,
away
but
now.
I'll put something in to like skip it if you guys don't want to listen to it. But like at the end of the movie, right? They're battling her. She's a big ass demon. I'm like, cool. Like finally, like we get our little action piece, right? And the biggest thing for me was like, I forgot his name, Yusup or whatever. I can't. Usopp's dad was like, oh,
Yasop, yeah.
like yeah, like my boy can use off like he's just not there yet. Like he's a little scared or what. I don't know. I forgot what he said, but he's like, oh, he can't use it. And I'm like, he goes to him and he's like, shit, I can see, like I can use observation hockey. And I was like, holy shit, like fucking Usopp, like like. Because I don't know if it was canon or not at the time, so I was like, holy shit, he's using observation hockey. That's fucking dope. Like, finally, like, Usopp's, like, is getting that power. Like, getting that power up, basically, Or, like, starting to understand how to use hockey. I know there's, like, some instances where, like, people are like, oh, yeah, like, he uses it there and there. But, it was, like, clear as day. Like, he's using it. He's doing it. And I'm like, hell yeah, fucking Usopp. And then the ending where like she like wakes up or she wakes everybody up, but she's like dying or whatever, and the admirals are like, "Hey, bro, you gotta give us that. You gotta give us her." And I think that's like the first time like it's been like shown, like Shanks like actually been like, because a lot of the time I think it's been like, "Oh shit, Shanks is here. Like we better dip," or like, "Oh no, we're not gonna fight him." And this is the first time where he like fucking used his hockey, Like,
Yeah.
I feel like not probably full potential, but like
Pretty
it was
intense,
like, yeah.
right?
I was like, holy shit, dude! Like, damn, bro! Like, fucking Shanks, my boy. Which was really cool to see. Overall, it was good. It was okay. I definitely wasn't like, oh shit! Like, did you see that? Like, oh my god! Like that shit was badass. It was more like, oh man, like kind of threw me for a loop because I was like, oh fucking Uta is like. I thought she was like Luffy's friend and all that, and then it was like not, and I was like, oh shit, but it was good. I enjoyed it. It's just I was kind of expecting a different movie because it's like, oh, like One Piece film Red. I'm like, oh shit, Shanks. Like we're gonna talk about Shanks, or it's gonna be about Shanks. Like that's what my theory was. Like, oh, like it's gonna be about Shanks. Like cool. And it was like his daughter, and I was like, still cool, but damn it, I wanted more Shanks lore or something, like. But overall,
So
I enjoyed it.
it was an average movie, mate.
Yeah, I would say it was a good movie. It was a good movie. I feel like there's definitely been like. Oh, sorry, but go ahead.
Oh no, I was gonna say continue.
Oh, like I feel like there's been. I feel like there's been better One Piece movies, but I think lore-wise, I think this is like the closest thing like to like where it's like, oh yeah, some of it's canon. The other ones are like, yeah, it's not canon. Like there's some events that like or some characters that are, but they're just like not like they're just that what happened, what took place isn't real. So I think this is more like closer to that, I guess. But yeah, it's not. I didn't hate it. It was good. I think you're right. More Yes's style.
Yeah. Yeah, for the most part, your opinion is kind of a little bit not all of it is aligned with mine, but kind of on the basis of it was an average, good movie. It wasn't anything crazy. It wasn't bad or anything. But that was just, my kind of opinion on it too. If I'd have to give it a rating, just off first impressions, I'd probably give it like maybe like a 7.5 or something like that. Just average, not mid or like bad or anything, but it was cool. It was visually appealing. I loved like you said, like I loved the voice actor for Uta. Like her voice is beautiful. There were some cool songs in it. There's a few songs that was just like, like they're okay, like they're nice. Her voice is amazing and everything, but it wasn't like anything crazy and whatnot. But there was a couple of songs in there though that were pretty dang good, and it showed her range of how that she
I think
has
I
for
like the
singing
rock
and stuff.
more.
Yeah, I like the darker like rock one that played in
Yeah.
like the middle of it, and then the one that kind of played at towards the end, I think, where she was like kind of getting like real psychotic, kind of a little crazy. And I was like, these are cool. Like I'm digging it. I kind of wanna. I hope they put out like a what do they call like an OST, not an OST, but
OVA.
like a soundtrack or album of
Oh,
her songs from the movie or whatever, because there's a bunch of them in there. And I was like, if they do that, then I'd probably buy it because that'd be really really cool. Um, But yeah, I thought the singing in the beginning, I thought the singing was a little bit much, but then once it got because probably because the songs kind of, sounded somewhat the same and were like kind of sad or like real slow and whatnot. But then once it started getting to like the, I guess like crazier kind of style, whatever, like showing her range and stuff, I was like, oh shit, I was like getting real into it and everything. I was like, okay, cool. It's not
Yeah,
going to be like the same old song every single time she ends up singing. So I thought that part was cool. But yeah, for the most part, I thought that the movie was good, but it wasn't crazy. I thought some of the songs that they played in it were a little bit like awkwardly placed, I guess. Like it felt like
yeah,
they were doing something and you were like, okay, we're getting somewhere. We're like moving along with the story of like what this is actually about, and then they would just pop into
with the
song again, and
song.
I was just like, I was like, what the fuck? Like for me at least that's how it was. I don't know, other people might have liked it and didn't mind or whatever, but for me I was just like that was a oddly placed song or whatever.
I was,
It didn't really flow well. At least in my opinion, it didn't. Um,
yeah,
yeah,
I
what
was
were you
thinking the
gonna say?
same thing. Like there were some song, and this is why I didn't rate it like a bad movie, because like, normally a sing along movie is like song, song, song. You get a little bit of action, song, and like, but this one was like, okay, like here's a couple songs in the beginning, right? It's like, okay, they're cool, whatever. I think what I liked it, like really liked about it, and what kept me like enthralled with the songs, like keep watching the movie and being like, oh yeah, it's good, is that as the declining of her character was like, oh, like she's fucked up, like something's wrong, or she's insane, or whatever, like whatever the theory was, like as you're watching her like be like spiral down to be like a bad character, like a bad being the bad dude, her songs changed like that, and it was
Hmm.
like when you say like the dynamic of it, it was like perfect, like it was like her character matching her character, being like, oh shit, like she's getting more crazy, blah blah blah, like her songs are getting fucking like, you know, hardcore or whatever,
Hmm.
which is really cool. I like that. I like that a lot. That's what kept me like, oh shit, like she's singing, like it's going. I don't know, something about that correlation was like, that's cool. Like
Yeah,
doing
I
songs
thought
like that is good.
mhm.
Um,
Yeah, I thought the same thing. Like I said in the beginning, it was for me, it was a little, I guess, a teeny bit boring, I guess, or a little bit, like okay, like there's a lot of songs that kind of sound the same or whatever. It's just a bunch of singing. And like I said, the songs were good, not crazy, like anything, not anything crazy, I guess. But then once I started seeing the difference, like you were saying, like of like how the songs were kind of shifting and taking a turn and turning into more wild or just different in some way. Like I was like, oh dang, like no, I was getting into it and I liked it a lot. But then like I said, some of the songs were oddly placed, but most of that I felt like was in somewhat of like the beginning portions of the movie. But then it got better and better, and I feel like there was a little bit less songs, but better songs came on, too. Oh, look at little Melody.
little melody. She's like, oh, what are you guys talking about? One Piece?
She's like, let me join in. Um, But yeah, I thought it was cool. I love seeing Shanks. A lot of my favorite parts in there was Shanks, and a lot of it too was probably like the crew interactions too. I feel like lately we haven't had a ton of crew interactions in One Piece, at least in the anime, because
Yeah,
there's always they were away and like split apart and everything and separated for so long, and then they finally got together, but it's in the midst of this like crazy war and stuff in Wano and stuff, so they don't really have a lot of chances to really just be a
yeah.
crew and just
I was gonna
hang
say
out or
that.
whatever. But in this movie you see a lot of that. You see a lot of them interacting with each other, just seeing their personalities shine and stuff, which I loved a lot, just because I love the characters a bunch. So yeah, I thought that was cool. Yeah,
You know
I, I
what?
I I felt a lot of it. My bad.
Oh no, you're good.
Like a lot of it too was, of course, like fan servicey because there was just a ton of just characters that were just thrown into it that were you're like, why the hell are they here?
I
Like,
was just about to say that. Like, okay, so
yeah,
like the Big Mom's Pirate Group. I'm like, why? Like, I mean,
right?
like,
Why?
I guess cool. But like, there's no fucking like, come on, man. There's no need. Like, what the fuck are they there for? Like, they
They're just like,
literally
oh,
were
let's
like,
capture him.
haha, we're here, and then it's like, oh, shit, like we're here. We'll help you.
Hmm.
Ha ha ha. And it's like, what? Like, bro, like. I don't know. And then I kind of got it. I was like, oh, like peace, like she want to fight or whatever. But then I was like, eh. Oh, you know what? Another thing is too. Look, just for the record, I don't condone like hitting a woman or whatever. But bro, in an anime, I was expecting Luffy to be like, "Hey, bro, chill, dog. Like, let me lay your hand on you." Like,
Because that's not what she needed.
I know, but I was like, oh, "Fuck!" Like, I know
Not everything
know.
deserves to be punched. Okay.
I know, but it was just like, damn it! Like, he went fucking. I'm gonna call.
I thought he was
what is
gonna.
it?
For you, it's like more like puncher. For me, I was like, "Yo, Luffy, go and hug this chick, because that's what she needs.
Probably, yeah.
But I was just like,
She needed a
when
hug."
you see a character, you know, that can just be like, "Hey, bro," it's just like you didn't have to like hurt her, just like knock her out or something. That's it, bro. But like,
Don't hurt her,
but
just knock
I
her
think
out.
what got me like that was like he,
What the fuck?
like he went like, fuck, I don't know the version, like Joy Boy. I'm gonna call it Joy Boy version. I don't know what the fuck is the gear.
Cloud Man?
Cloud Man.
Cloud Man. He went Cloud Man, and like I was like, oh, fuck yeah, bro! Like fucking Shanks is like going all out. He's going all out. Like he's gonna fucking like knock her out or some shit.
That's his
Yeah.
daughter.
Like,
He's
yeah,
not gonna
like-
hit his daughter.
Well, I know, but
Ghost.
not her, but at least like knock her out in the dream world to like wake her up or something. It was a dream. Her. It didn't even count. It wasn't real.
Yeah, I was gonna say it wasn't even like. I mean, but still, you know, it's his friend. He didn't want to do it.
You're hurting her feelings.
I mean, respect, but damn, it's just when you see a character that you know can just be like, and just like knock him out. it's
Well,
like,
that's his daughter. Why do you want me to like?
That Luffy. That's not. I'm talking about Luffy, bro.
But
Luffy.
still,
And she hit
Yeah,
him when she was a kid.
I feel like at some point too, she got real like. I don't
she
know
was
what.
lonely. You can't punch
She
me
was-
because I'm lonely.
I don't know. I felt like she got real. I don't know how to explain it. Like real. I don't know. It was weird. Like, I guess unreasonable, or I don't know what the word is, but she kind of annoyed me a little bit at some points, just because I was like, "Yo,
Oh
why
my
are you
God,
getting
when-
why are you getting so worked up about like?" I know she was. Yeah, I know she was sad and everything, and if she knew that it wasn't Shanks, I mean, I know like he left her and everything. If she knew the real truth about it, then why the hell is she going all crazy and saying like she hates
I was
pirates and
like,
stuff?
she's
I
like,
was like,
oh,
what?
yeah.
She was
Like-
going all at it because I mean she knew what she was capable of, but
Yeah,
you
but
know
why
she
did
heard of everybody complaining, and you know she was like, I want to make everyone better regardless, and I
Still,
have the
but-
power to
No,
do
but
this.
her whole premise behind
was
what
I
she
hate
did
pirates.
was because she was like, oh, the red-haired pirates abandoned me, those fucking
Yeah.
bastards. I'm gonna fucking destroy the world. I'm gonna fucking do this thing.
Right?
And then like even the old guy came up, almost sacrificed his life just to
I
be like,
know.
hey bro, like this actually happened. And then she's like, fuck you, and it continues. I'm like,
she
what the
was
fuck?
just like, that may be true, but fuck anyways, and she started
But remember,
going
the
even more
fruit
crazy.
were irrational. Those booby shrooms.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, she was getting a little bit, crazy because of the little mushrooms. That's
Oh,
that's
yeah.
true too.
Yeah, he
So,
says
I
that
guess, you know.
they makes her emotions like unreasonable and going crazy. So I mean, she couldn't control it, so it was kind of taking over her. She was
Still
going
the
nuts, sleep
I don't
like.
know. Still the
I
fact
think
that
it's
she started to
still
do all that. I don't know. I mean, I know her plot of, I mean, her reasoning behind it was to, like create peace and everything and try to have them in this fake world and whatnot. But still, I thought it was a little crazy, and I was like, damn, just because. I mean, you knew what happened. I mean, I guess it was just a little bit weird
It was-
at that
it
point
was
with
weird how they
sometimes with the
implemented
character.
that. Like it felt like a like, oh shit, like put that shit back like in there. Just like why? Like it doesn't make any sense. Like and like, just do it. Go ahead. Like they'll take it. And I was like,
Right.
because how that section was so short. It was so like it was just like yeah I knew, like yeah I knew, and then continued on, and it was like
Yeah, I'm gonna do it anyway.
like, what?
even
Yes.
yeah, and like yes, you said it might have been probably because she was still all crazed up on the little mushroom stuff. But yeah, I just like felt a little bit like with her character was a little bit off, or I don't know, just a tad bit annoying at sometimes. But I mean, she was just getting real crazy with it and stuff. And for the most part, like I said, I liked the movie. I thought it was cool. There was a lot of cool characters and callbacks. I thought there was a lot of cute moments in it too, with the Sunny and seeing in Chopper and fucking the little Bluno and little fucking Beppo and stuff. I thought that was really cute. Yeah. What were you gonna say, Jeff? I see
So
you're over there waving your arms.
Oh, because actually, there's a couple things I want to talk about. So you know how yes, you brought this up in the car actually. Like, so apparently,
Sunny's a girl.
Sunny's a she.
Oh yeah.
Because Robin's like,
Because
oh,
she's
like,
like, oh, who's this? Who, no, it was not Robin. It was Nami. Nami's like, who's this? And he's like, oh, it's Sunny. I'm like, oh, she's adorable.
Yeah. And I was like, oh.
like, oh, it's a she. Because I'm assuming the Mary was a boy, right?
I think. Or no, the Mary was a girl. It sounded like. Remember? Like, or at least when you listen to the voice of the, of the
Yeah.
Sunny. Remember? It was the
Yeah,
girl's
yeah, yeah.
voice.
Yeah, and I was in the car. I was like, yeah, you would understand why it turned into a person if you watch the anime. That was the saddest. Bro. It was a ship, and I cried, bro.
I know they burned the one with the little ram on it.
Oh, you don't know.
The ram, she says.
The,
Yeah, how dare you?
rant.
No, I'm just kidding.
It is a ram.
You
Yeah, I
said
know.
it for the last call.
No.
But
we kid.
one more thing about it that I just want to say is that, we haven't seen a lot of Robin, like we've seen her like fight, right? Like like sis is like whatever, right? And her new like little big hand stuff, which is cool. But we haven't seen her do like I want like her. I'm gonna say ultimate because it's kind of like what it is, right? So like we haven't seen her do like her ultimate or like be like, oh shit, like go all out or whatever. And it was cool seeing that like big ass god hand that she did, fighting the demon. Do you remember?
Oh yeah.
I was like, what the fuck is that? Like, what the fuck? Like, her hands all glowing and shit. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I forgot what she did. She like used the hand to like push someone else into it to like break the barrier, like or break a limb or something like that. I think
Dude, that
at
shit
some
was
point.
dope. And I was like, I can't wait to see. Because I watch the anime, so like I don't read the manga, so like I don't know like what the future has to come. But I just know that Robin's fighting that spider chick right now. And I just can't wait to see her fight because I haven't seen her. I haven't seen her fight since like before the time skip. I think like actual truly like get into it, like fight. You know, I don't think she ever has done that. I think she's always just been like, and that's it. Like, peace.
Yeah, she's been in a couple of one-on-one fights. I'm pretty sure she did. She had one against who was it? It was the dude in Skypiea. That one, I think it was that one bigger dude or so. He was one of those goofy characters, I think, or something. But he was like one of the right hand men of NL or something. Those angels or something like that. But I think that was the last time she ever had a one-on-one fight. But that was way back in Skypiea,
Yeah, that's
which
what I'm
was like God knows, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like pre time skip, but like post time skip, like I can't wait, bro. I can't wait to see it. I can't wait to see like how she's improved. Like, I mean, obviously, like I know like her basic moves and all that, but I can't wait to see it.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, but I enjoyed the movie a lot. Like I said, like it wasn't anything crazy. The ending of it was really cool. I love seeing this the Shank stuff. You know, kind of him, flexing his hockey and everything, getting real mad and kind of scaring the admirals and stuff and making them be like, "Yo, I'm getting out of here." He may have said like, "Oh, I don't want to go crazy around all these innocent people," but you know damn well,
He shit his
Fujitora,
pants,
what
bro.
he would exactly. I was about to say
shit
he
his
was
pants,
fucking
bro.
shitting his pants. He was just like, "Let's get the fuck out of here. We're about to die." So. Yeah, I thought the movie was cool. I give it solid like 7.5. Yeah, I think Stephanie gave it like an 8.5. She said, but I think she's like heavily influenced by the fact that it was like very song heavy. She said she liked a
Circle
lot
of
of like
life.
Now,
yeah. She said it kind of reminded her of Madoka Magica in a little bit of a way because I think the demon or whatever that popped up like looked like the witch or something like that in Madoka Magica, and I was like I don't think I've never seen Doka, so I couldn't really relate and tell on that. But she said it did look like that a lot, and she said she enjoyed the I guess psychiatric part or whatever, or psychological part that Uta was going through. Her getting more crazy and stuff, and seeing the songs change and everything too. Yeah, like thought it was cool. Yeah, it's been a long time since I've seen a One Piece movie in theaters. I watched. No, I didn't watch Stampede in theaters. I don't think. The only ones I've ever seen in theaters were One Piece film Z, and that was with you guys when we rewatched it. I think that one time, right?
Oh yeah,
At the AMC or something.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I'm glad you guys enjoyed the movie for the most part. Eric, I'm sorry you've been fairly absent from this conversation because you didn't get to watch it. I know you don't watch One Piece, but from what you've seen or know of One Piece, what do you know of One Piece, I guess?
Oh man, One Piece, dude. I mean, I remember watching it a long ass time ago, but I only watched like the 4 kids dub,
Oh no.
and that one apparently is like the what do you call the like the Forsaken one.
Yeah.
But man, I haven't watched it in like forever. I don't know. I
Mm.
just I just can't get into the art style. I don't like the proportions of the character. I know it's in anime like that, like the hairstyles and stuff. Like, but I just can't get into that. I can't look past that. It's probably people always rate it really high, but I can't
Yeah,
watch it because of that.
I
The
was the
art
same
style.
way. I was the same way, young one.
I was.
Uh,
See, the thing
yeah.
is like I get it, right? Like I get it. It looks weird or whatever, and there's some other shit that's weird in it. But the fucking story of One Piece, like the character development and the people you meet and the fillers are fucking fantastic, man. It's fucking like going into it, I was like, it's just kind of boring. Like, bro, I passed a certain part in it, and I was like, I am a fucking One Piece fan. Like, I think I finished. I think once I got past a certain point, I was like binge watch. Like, dude, I would fucking watch it, waking up and going to bed, and I finished that shit in like 3 months or whatever. Like from God
It's
knows
kind
how
of
many
sad.
episodes to present. I think it was before the Wano arc. What was it? What was before Wano?
Oh, whole
Doflamingo?
cake?
Whole cake. No.
Yeah.
I got caught up in the Doflamingo fight. I can't
Oh,
remember.
did you?
I can't
Damn.
remember what.
You got caught up pretty early then.
Yeah, like I binge watched it, but dude, I'm telling you, like, damn, it's so good, bro. It's so good.
Man,
Like,
I know.
it's a damn
It's crazy,
masterpiece.
dude. Yeah, it's fucking crazy. It's, the amount of shit that happens in it that you think is just minor. And it's just like, oh yeah, most stories would just like, gloss over this, or it'll be like, oh, it's a one-time thing or one-time character or something like that. And you're just like, let's move on to the next place. And you never see them again in most places, or most series. But One Piece, it's like, fuck,
Dude,
like this shit, like this person comes back, or this person's tied to this, or this thing is connected to this thing in some way, and that's, like more grandiose, or there's little hints of stuff that happened back then that you didn't think about that become relevant later, and that it like
oh my
foreshadowed and
god,
stuff. It's fucking crazy.
it's
It,
so
it's
good.
it's it's wild, dude. It's
It's so
like
good.
the character development's nuts. The just the world building is fucking crazy. You think that it's just wild. It's super interesting to me just because there's so many. The world of One Piece is so big, the way that they make it and stuff, and it's just
He
for me.
ties
I'm
it
like,
in.
oh, yeah, and they tie it together so well. You're just
So
like, well,
good.
this place is here and this place is over there, and these places kind of interact in this way, or I don't know. This
Like
person's from here and all this stuff. It's pretty nutty.
like for an example, like I'm not gonna go too much into it. Um, but one character, Laboon, bro. I thought it was just whatever. Like this is one thing. Nah, bro. Like
Hmm.
it. Like later on, he becomes like at least I still find him like well yeah he's like so relevant now. Like after like a certain episode and one like after that, like he's just you're like, what the fuck? Like he's like they just fucking met him and holy shit like and they tell a story like oh yeah like this character like this certain character Laboon like I've known him since blah 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 and you're like what the fuck like he's over there like he's like like and like dude it's just and
Yeah,
like
and just
oh my bad
oh, go
but
ahead.
and another thing like even the islands bro even the islands that they visit is like right now like one of the theorized like places they're gonna go next is a place called Elabaf right and Oh, sorry, I don't know why I said islands, but like these two like dudes talk about this place, right? Way in the beginning. Like you're like, oh, Alabama, like okay, cool. That's where they come from. Like oh, whatever. And like now it's like, oh, they might go to this place. Like this is probably like the next stop until on their journey, or like this is gonna become a relevant place soon. Like
Yeah, I can't wait.
It's
if
great.
they do
It's
that.
great, man. It's so good in tying shit together. It's not like Naruto, where it's like, oh, like we saved that fox child. Woo! Yeah, and like forget him. Like next, like doesn't even get brought up or anything. Like, it's damn. It's just good. It's just good. I get
It's
excited.
crazy. Yeah, I love the show. It's personally probably my favorite anime. Yeah, it is my favorite anime and manga currently. Um, but yeah, I know we got a little sidetracked in fanboying and
How
stuff,
dare
Eric.
you?
But
How dare
I
you?
know. It's just so
Disrespect
good.
Bunny Girl Senpai like that, Steven?
I love Bunny Girl Senpai too, but One Piece is my
She's
favorite.
crying right now in the
I
corner. Like, she is.
I'd make more One Piece videos if Toei wasn't so fucking crazy on YouTube and they fucking strike people for just talking about it or whatever in some fashion or yeah, I wouldn't be able to like enjoy myself making the video unless I don't know. It is just weird the way that the copyright system is with Toei Animation. They're real fucking strict with their stuff. Yeah, it's like they strike your channel down right now
Yeah,
for
it's like
me just mentioning them or bad mouthing them.
it's
It's
like
so
I'm gonna put the content has been removed.
right.
Bing.
Um, but yeah, I've heard about the dub or yeah, the 4Kids dub. I heard it's pretty shitty. I think I've seen a couple of things on it. Yeah, I know that they change a lot of stuff too. I know that they
Yeah, they
changed.
censor a lot.
Yeah,
They
they
censor
censor a
everything.
bunch. Yeah, like for example, I know that they censored Sanji. You know how he smokes a lot or whatever.
He
I
has a
think they changed it.
lollipop.
Yeah, he has a little lollipop
What?
instead of
Yeah.
smoking.
What
And I
the
was just
heck?
like, man,
Wait,
it's
where can
just
I
stuff
find
like that.
this?
Right. Yes, he's like, that's right. That's right up my alley. That's more. It's like she gets into it now watching the 4Kids dub.
Dude, have you listened to the Sanji's voice?
Nah, I
Oh,
can't. I
bro,
I
it's
hate
so
the Luffy.
bad.
The Luffy voice is so cringe. I don't like it. I don't know. Some
I
other
think
people
it's
might
fine.
like it. I can't. I think he's the same voice as Gohan, like young Gohan, and I can't. For me,
I mean, you
it's
haven't
just not
heard
for
the
me.
Spanish version, so I think it's a little bit better.
There's a TikTok that goes around. I don't know. It's popular, where like people go around. They're like, "Oh, like what you listening to?" And they'll be like, "Oh, like I'm listening to fucking Hotline Bling by Drake or something." And then they play the song or whatever, and it's this like one that reenacts it. But they're like, "Hey, like what do you listen to?" He's like, "Oh, the 4Kids Sanji voice." And they play the voice, and so I hear it. I'm like, "Oh hell no, fuck that." Good.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. Um, but yeah, I know that you haven't seen too much of it, but yeah, I guess we can kind of segue us into something that I wanted to ask the rest of you, because I know we've all kind of seen different anime movies or just anime in general. For myself, the last anime movie that I did end up watching in theaters personally was the Jujutsu Kaisen movie, Jujutsu Kaisen Zero, which was pretty cool. I loved it. I saw it like 3 times or something like that. Yeah, I was in theaters for a good while, but that was the last one that I saw. Jesse, what was the last one that you ended up seeing in theaters? I feel like
Uh,
it wasn't too recent, right?
I mean, the last one we saw was like all four of us. I can't remember what movie it was. I think it was it the first Jujutsu Kaisen movie? No. What was it? We were all of us were together.
Oh, it
What,
was. I
in
think it was.
person?
I think it
Oh, was it
was.
Demon Slayer, right? Was it?
Yeah,
Oh
I
yes, it
think
was
so.
Demon
Yeah.
Slayer.
That's what
Yeah,
it
Yeah.
was.
there one.
Wait, no, no. It was the rain one. Remember?
Weathering with you?
Weathering
Nah.
with You.
No,
Nah.
that was before.
That
That
was
was before the
before.
Demon Slayer movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you were still living in
Good year.
Chandler when. No.
Oh
Oh
no,
wait.
Chandler. Yeah.
I wasn't
Yeah,
there.
you're.
Yeah, Chandler. I remember because I brought the swords.
Yeah, it was only me,
I
Jeffrey, and Eric.
I
Yeah,
remember now.
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
So I think the last time you guys, or yeah, that Yessie was with us was
Yeah,
during the Demon Slayer one.
The Demon Slayer.
the solo movie that I've seen, like anime related, was my
Mhm.
first and my last one that I've seen by myself was the fairy tale one. I think it was
Oh,
I still have the ticket for it. It's
do you?
one. I,
I need to.
I don't-
I wanted to keep my ticket for this one, but I was like, oh yeah, I bought it digitally, so I guess there's that. So I can't. I used to keep some of them that were, like cool movies that I want to remember or whatever, but I can't even do that anymore because, yeah, they're all digital now, whatever. Most of them, I guess. But yeah, go on.
yeah, it was Fairy Tale one. Hold on, I'm looking it up.
Wait. I'm sorry. Is it first movie we've seen or recently?
Oh, was it Dragon Cry? Sorry, Fairy Tale
Okay.
Cry.
That was the first one that you've seen, or was that the most
That was,
recent?
that's the first and like one that I've seen by myself, like without
Okay.
you guys.
Mhm.
I guess the most recent ones I've seen, not in theaters, but is when the Jujutsu Kaisen one.
Oh yeah, we watched that one together. Nice. What about you, Eric? What was the last one you watched in theaters? Um, yeah.
Last one was that one, the Demon Slayer movie. That's
Oh
the
yeah,
last
that
one
one.
I've seen. Yeah.
Yeah, we watched that one. I know we watched the one before that. I think that I watched with you too was the Weathering with You one that we talked about, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, you were there for that one. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, that movie was good. I like that one a
It
lot
was
too.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you, Jeffrey? What was the last one that you saw in theaters?
The last one was I think it was the Demon Slayer one.
Yeah.
I think that was like the last movie we saw together.
Yeah. I feel like there's
You,
been more. Or wait, go on.
I was gonna say like they're making another like movie. It's called like Suzume or something like
Oh yeah, you saw the trailer,
that. Yeah.
right in there? Yeah, I can't wait for that one. Another one made by Makoto Shinkai or whatever. That made like Weathering with You, Your Name, stuff like that. Yeah, I can't wait. It's gonna be cool. Yeah, but not bad, not bad. I feel like the most of the recent ones that you guys saw were with me, or we were with each
Yeah.
other at some point. Now that I
Yo.
think about it.
Well,
Um, mm,
I'm gonna say my first one because I kind of want to like don't be like, oh yeah, like that's it.
okay.
The first movie I watched, first anime movie that I was like, oh hell yeah, was Your Name. Wait, no, it wasn't Your Name. Oh dang it, what was it? Oh no, yeah, it was Your Name. Yeah. Because
Yeah.
I went to go
Oh,
watch it with a friend. He wasn't into anime, but I was just like, I'm just gonna watch it. Let's see how it is. And bro, that theater ruined like that movie for me. Like there was like some.
Why is that?
It's because like there was like some like sad moments in it where, like, okay, there's this one scene where like, he's like, oh, like I'm gonna give you my name, like, oh, like I need to remember your name or some shit, and she's like, what name? Or she forgets, right? And the audience was like, ha 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 ha, and I was like, oh, that's not fucking funny. Like that's kind of fucked up. Like this is a sad moment, and y'all laughing. I'm like, what the fuck? And then it was like overly obnoxious laughter, like. Like I don't know, bro. Like they needed someone to hear them or some shit, and
yeah,
I'm like, y'all can just be like, haha, or like to yourself or some shit.
yeah.
And it was a
There's
sad part, and I was like, well,
Yeah,
it's
it
funny.
sucks sometimes watching movies that you really want to enjoy or that you know you're gonna enjoy, and people just are super rude about it and stuff. I remember me and Stephanie, we went to watch uh the Sword Art Progressive movie. And we were enjoying it. I know Stephanie was enjoying the heck out of it because you could just see it on her face because Sword Art's her favorite anime. Don't judge her. But yeah, that's just her thing. She enjoys the show a lot. I enjoy it too. I know there's problems with it and everything, but it's not the fan favorite for everybody. But yeah, when we were watching that movie, there were some people that were being like super loud and annoying behind us and stuff, and she was pissed. She was like, "What the fuck?" And I remember she yelled at him. She was like, "Yo, shut the fuck!" I mean, she didn't say that, but she was like, "Yeah, like pretty much just shut up. We're trying to watch the movie. Like, why are you guys being so fucking loud? If you guys, why do you come here just to talk instead of actually watch the movie?" But yeah, she was pretty upset about it. But yeah, like after that, they shut up, and I was like, "Thank God." And I was about to freaking yell at them too because they're being freaking annoying. And I thought that was gonna happen today when I watched the movie because we got seats or whatever, and I put like a gap in between our seats and like this other group of seats that were already taken. And I was like, okay, cool. We're still like in the top middle area, like kind of how I like to be at. And when we went there, there was a group of like four dudes sitting like over there, and I sat, next to the seat that was kind of separating us from that group. But I was worried. I was like, these guys are gonna be some fucking assholes watch, and they're gonna be annoying and just kind of like ruin the movie watch or just be talking the entire time or not. But thank God they didn't. I was just worried that that was gonna be the scenario. But thank goodness I was like, yeah, they enjoyed the movie, respectfully and weren't super loud or anything like that. So that was a W for today. Thank goodness, and they let us enjoy the movie. Um, but yeah, you said yours. Yeah, Your Name. It's a good movie to start off with. Uh, for mine, I think my first anime movie I watched, it was probably a Naruto one. I think it was like Naruto Road to Ninja or something like that. I think I saw it with Juan one day, or it might have been. I can't remember if it was that. It might have been. No, no, never mind. I think it was probably a Dragon Ball movie. Yeah, I think it was a Dragon Ball movie now that I think about
The
it. It
Dragon
was
Ball
like
Z, eh?
I think it was Dragon Ball Super like Battle of Gods or whatever.
Yeah, now that
Yeah.
you say that,
Mhm.
because like it's for me in my head, I'm always like, I don't know, Dragon Ball just never was like like that's an anime. Because like I don't know, for some I just don't count that as an anime. So like when people are like, oh, like, what's your first anime? And I'm
I
like,
think it's because like Dragon Ball is such a kind of like basic-ish show. It's like a staple of like, oh, you've seen Dragon Ball. Like everybody's seen Dragon Ball, Like you don't really
People
count
in
it as
Mexico have seen it.
yeah, like
yeah, that's
everybody's
why I
seen
was
it, so you
like,
don't really think of it as it. Yeah, go
yeah,
ahead.
Dragon Ball, but that wasn't
I
like
like
my
the Spanish
first
version.
true anime or something.
Yeah,
Like,
it's like saying you saw Pokemon, right, or something.
yeah, exactly. It's like,
Mm.
oh, like
Oh yeah, Poker Man.
Pokemon's.
I feels yeah. Um,
Eric's
cool.
my little ditto.
Ninjago?
Yeah.
In my little milk tank.
Fuck you.
Wait, hold on. First anime movie you've ever seen? Damn.
Yeah, I
I
was gonna
can't even
say, what about
remember.
yours? Yeah.
I might have probably been like a Pokemon movie, or might have been a Yu-Gi-Oh movie.
Ooh.
I was really big into the Yu-Gi-Oh. I still have my ticket and stuff and the cards they used to give you, like those limited edition cards.
I remember I
Um,
wanted to watch that movie so fucking bad, dude.
it
The
was so.
fucking man, you're
All
so
right.
lucky not to watch that.
Yeah, I went with a friend, but damn, dude, like it's crazy, like, cause you see that stuff on TV, and like the movie is like, even just cause the animation, the art style is so much more professional, more like, um,
Refined.
it's more refined. Yeah, it's like it's crazy to see something like that on the big screen, but yeah, yeah, I kept my tickets still, I kept the cards, I kept, I mean, short of the receipt that I got from buying tickets, but it was a good watch. I think that might have been my first anime movie,
Hmm.
but I'm not too sure. I might have actually gone to see like a Digimon or something.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah. What was the card that you got? It was the Blue Eyes White Shining Dragon or something like that, right? I think. It was
I
the one from the
think
movie, right?
it was it was a Blue Eyes Ultimate. No, Blue Eyes Shining. Yeah, I think it
Yeah,
was
it's
the
Shining,
Shining
right?
Dragon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember I was like, I want to fucking see that movie so bad, but I never got to see it in theaters at that point. I can't even remember what the movie was called, but I remember when it came out and I wanted to get that fucking card and everything. I was
Yeah.
like huge into Yu-Gi-Oh at that point. I was a little fucking nerdy ass kid. But yeah.
Like
Damn, yeah,
really?
that was a while ago. That's a good one there. I feel like yeah, I feel like most of ours are somewhat recent that we named off, and Eric is like, hell yeah, I'm fucking going blast from the past when I was fucking small. At that point, I was just watching fucking like Scooby-Doo movies in theaters if I got the chance or whatever.
Hey, yeah.
Uh,
I'm mad at you. Oh,
but cool, not bad, not bad. I guess we can jump into this part of it too. I wanted to ask you all just a little bit about your experience with anime, kind of following through a little bit of what we were talking about, like our first anime movies, but a little bit deeper than that of what introduced you to anime? Where did you start off with it? How did you even get into it at all?
uh,
Who's first?
I'll go Yessie first.
Okay, let's see.
She's like, the
Like,
long
fuck. Like,
story.
let me just,
I'm gonna go get a drink real quick, mates.
Right.
Please,
She's
let me
like,
get
make sure
comfortable,
you go to the
right?
bathroom first before I start.
Actually, hold up.
Uh,
I am actually gonna use the restroom real quick.
Okay, for sure.
Yeah, I need something to drink too.
Yeah, we'll cut this part out.
Don't look at me, bro. I'm not walking in.
It's like
God damn it, Jeff.
this we
It's
clip
been 6
this part
months.
into the beginning of the show.
Yeah. Honestly,
Pokemon.
it was Pokemon. Digimon was pretty. I was really into Digimon.
Mine was the Django that just came.
But I remember. I'm gonna save it for when it's my turn. Wait, what? Ninjago?
I'm just kidding.
Bionicle?
Shaolin Showdown.
A Mucha Lucha.
Daddy Phantom.
Mucha Lucha with Jeffrey the Flea.
Jeffrey the
Oh my god, I have not seen that in so long.
Yeah, that show was funny. Jeffrey's back. Oh, never mind.
the Flea.
I thought Jeffrey
Man.
was back for a second. He fucking just like flew to the fucking kitchen, I think.
Did you see how fast he moved, dog?
Damn.
So
That's
he's
crazy.
faking it.
Yeah, I was about to say,
Yeah.
yes, you caught him in the act.
I can't see because I'm folding laundry at the moment. Laundry that I did 2 weeks ago that I just left and did marinate.
That you did how long ago?
I think like 2 weeks ago.
God damn. Where did you leave it?
It's in the dryer, like they're already dry and everything. I just got
It
lazy to
was
fold.
in the dryer. I think I did that before too. I did that for like a couple of days, maybe like 4 or 5 days or something like that. But then I took it out. But 2 weeks, goddamn.
It's because I did laundry before we went to work, so usually I would just take it and just throw it on the bed and fold it. And then I'll leave it in the basket for 2 weeks until I have to do laundry again. But I was just really tired and it was really late, so I'm like, I'm just gonna leave it in the dryer. I'm like, oh, it's time to wash our blankets because I cleaned. Ew, what is that? What?
What happened? Is there a bug?
Yeah, it is. Well, he's gonna die today.
Get it, Yessie. Kill it.
It's one of those. It's one of those bugs you can just squish with your.
Get it and throw it. Go into the room and throw it at Jeffrey.
Oh, fuck you.
Alright, partners, listen here.
You packing the heat?
But yeah,
No, just kidding.
the only reason I'm folding laundry now is
There's
because
possibility again.
I did wash our blankets today.
Meow.
Yeah,
Meow.
she's like, oh. Let us know when we're good to start again.
Oh, yeah, you're good. I just left the
Nah.
recording.
Wait, hold on. Fuck you, Jeffrey.
Everybody
Alright,
get into the position.
I am gonna
In
leave
position.
the Ninjago part though.
and then chop.
You know that green Lego? Oh, man, you just sure.
The green Lego.
Everyone had like a crush on the green ninja.
What the
Is
heck?
that a Lego?
Fucking Yessie.
It's like, I'm cutting this part out.
Yessie's on something else.
She's dying over a green Lego. I'm just gonna like over her little picture. I'm just gonna put like a fucking green Lego piece.
It's the green ninja, okay? I don't know. Every girl's childhood crush was at some point watching Ninjago. Like a little bit of it was the green ninja for some reason. Kind of a little bit. I don't know why.
Oh god. All right, so you get to answer this question though.
Hold on. You give me.
She needs to gather herself.
You do. Okay. Re-ask the question, please. Before I laugh again.
Oh, the question was, what was your start with anime? How'd you get into it?
Okay. So it all started. Okay, it all started. when actually it just when I was little, because you know how the was it Toonami
Oh yeah.
would start. I don't know why, but I vaguely remember a white hair dude with like cat ears. And I used to watch it, but I didn't like remember who it was. I think I was in
Oh,
high school.
Inuyasha? I
Yeah,
think so. Yeah.
it was Inuyasha, but I was
Mhm.
kind of getting there. And I'm like, oh, I remember this dude. I saw it on Netflix. Like, literally. I'm like, I remember this dude growing up. Like, let me watch it and see what it's all about because I do not remember what happened or what I was watching. So it all just started with Inuyasha, and then I was kind of like barely like catched up, and I still never finished it. And then I got into Fairy Tale, and that like pushed me forward more to anime, and that's like how it started for me.
Nice, nice. What did you watch after that?
Nice.
Like, what were your gateway one? I mean, I know your gateway kind of one was like Inuyasha Fairy Tale, but what did you watch after that? Like, did you gain any kind of, I guess, a certain taste for anime? Like, what were you into? Were you like into like fantasy ones, or were you like, oh shit, like I really like that, or were you like, oh, did you, I guess, try to, you're like, okay, I like these ones, like let me try to watch some other ones, I guess.
Ah, man, it was kind of hard for some reason after Fairy Tale. I cannot for the life of me remember what I watched after because it was like Kiss Anime at that point, and I'm just
Uh,
like, oh yeah. I remember starting Haiku one time, and I start watch the first episode. I'm like, eh, I don't like the art style. I don't like it. And I remember coming back to it. I'm like, oh my god, I'm like anime, and then Free, and then on Ice, and then I don't know. I really don't know what it was all a blur after Fairy Tale.
not bad. Yeah, not a bad start. Not a bad start.
Yeah,
Um,
man.
yeah. Jeffrey, what was your start with anime? How'd you get into it?
Now
Watch Boku no
this is a story because I remember my first anime episode that I watched, and I remember it very vividly. So it was the same thing as Toonami, right? But I never
Pico.
caught it like and you watched. I probably watched an episode or something like that later on. But my first ever introduction to anime was, um, and I'm saying like anime because like yeah, I watched Dragon Ball, yeah, I watched Pokemon, yeah, I watched Yu-Gi-Oh, whatever. But my first real anime was Eureka 7, and it
You're
was
making a lot of people angry, Jeffrey, by saying those other ones are not
I mean, they're not.
anime.
I'm not like saying that they're not anime, but
I
like
don't
I
think I
don't
watched
consider it to
Pokemon
be
after
like,
Fairy
oh,
Tale, to be
like
honest.
that's my introduction to anime. Like
Right.
it was like, yeah, it was like it was like yeah, it
Like
was
your
an anime, but
introduction
it wasn't
to,
like oh, like I'm gonna go
yeah,
seek out more or whatever. Like it was just like oh yeah, like this is cool.
right.
Um,
Okay.
like so, don't come after me, chat, listeners. But my first introduction to it was one night. I was watching. I was like flipping through channels, and I was on that Toonami, right? And it was this one. It was a specific episode of Eureka 7. So my first anime was Eureka 7. It was this specific episode where Renton is already with their gang. Well, Renton's like the main character. Is like going shopping with this other chick, right? On the ship, who was like basically like the captain's like side chick or whatever, and so they go down to go like at a restaurant or whatever, shopping or whatever, and the girl starts like teasing. He's a boy, so he's like starts teasing him, like showing the the boob thing and all that stuff, like basically flirting with him. He's like, oh, and I was like, damn. Like, okay, so again, just to be safe here, I was young, right? And I was like, boobs, holy shit. So like, I was like, I gotta find the name of this anime. So
Kind of sad.
that was like, I was like, damn, she's good looking, bro. Damn, like, oh god, like I have to watch the rest of this anime. And it turned out, like honestly, like watching it, like from a lot of people are like, it's weird, and I'm like, yeah, like after the main Eureka 7 plot, it gets a little weird and confusing, and it's like, oh, like I guess like I don't know, it's a little weird. I don't really like it that much, but like man, the like Eureka 7, like the first couple seasons. Or I forgot how much. I call it the first one because there's like variations of it, but like the first Eureka 7, the original one, I loved it so much because it was like that Gundam style, like sci-fi, like I don't know. It was such a mysterious, like, damn, like what the fuck, like this is
Is there
crazy.
gonna be more?
It was like space and like their ships, and they have like and I was just so enthralled by it because like not only that, but like some of the story that they were like building up to was like, oh my god, like like
Stories, he
they're
says. Air
just
quotes.
Stories,
Nice,
eh?
nice.
not like
Yeah.
stories,
Have
but
you seen
like
it?
the story that they were building
Major
up to.
plot points.
Yeah, yeah, major
Plot
plot
twist.
points. um,
Mm-hmm.
like
The arcs.
yeah,
In the
arcs
arcs.
and was just like it was cool.
Nice.
Plus, it was like a love story too, where it's like this boy, this regular boy, and then this girl's like an alien or like a
Girl meets boy.
not an alien, but like it's kind of hard to explain, like a creation or something that what they're fighting is like she's one of them. She has like these powers or some shit. Like I don't know, it's cool. It's cool.
Nice.
It was a very like first like holy shit, like this is awesome. The one after that was very obscure. So like I used to go on Crunchyroll and just watch like a bunch of shit. But the next one that I truly remember like was like so fucking weird, but I still liked it because it was kind of like a doomsday type of thing, like Last People on Earth, all that stuff, and it was only 3 episodes. I forgot the name of it because it's like I still have it on
Oh,
Crunchyroll.
good one.
I have it on Crunchyroll, but it's just a weird name. I just can't remember it. But like, I know exactly which one it is. But I watched that one next, and then I kind of didn't have like a genre to be like, oh, like like sci-fi. It was just kind of like sort of sci-fi, but I was like, whatever comes on, like whatever like piques my interest that's what I'm gonna watch. Like if it's a rom-com or if it's action or if it's whatever, serious or whatever. But my third one is after that was Angel Beat, and goddamn, such a good anime. It was funny. It was fucking. I laughed. I cried towards the end.
Yo.
It was such a good anime. I loved it. And yeah, that's pretty much how I got started into anime. And I just started. After that, dude, I started watching a bunch. I got my dad into it. My dad still watches anime. He's watching ReZero right now currently.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, he came over not too long ago. He stayed the night, and we watched ReZero for like back to back, like back to back. Like he's like oh, like I'm on this part of ReZero, and I was like, bro, you're only on this part? Oh hell nah, bro. Like we gotta watch that shit. And we got to like the second I think the second season, and then
Nice.
that was it. But yeah.
Nice. Good stuff. Good stuff. Yeah. Eric,
Mate.
how was yours? How was your introduction to it? How'd you get into it?
Oh man, into anime. Well, obviously, you got the classics, the usual suspects, being Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon. Not very many people watch Digimon actually that I knew of, but I really like Digimon. I think the one thing that really got me into actually reading like the manga was I don't know if you guys ever heard of it, but it's called Rave Master.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh my God, bro. That thing was a craze in middle school, dude. We would all like, because in middle school you get those scholastic book fair things,
Yeah.
and they had those there. So every single time those would come rolling around, oh man, it was a fight to see who would get the copy of the latest chapter of that manga. But but I gotta say, Rave Master was probably the one I had the manga for it. Um, I tried to look up everything I could about it. Like it was something that I really enjoyed. Um,
Dude,
but
it's like those
yeah,
animes where you like want to delve into the story more or
but
find out
yeah,
more. It's so good, man. I love those types of animes because you're just like you're sitting there thinking like God, like girl, the lore.
Like you would read, yeah, you would read something, you would want to look at the lore and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, that Rave Master is probably like a
Lord.
childhood for me.
Mm.
But yeah, I mean, I think it was that, and then obviously, going into high school and stuff, it was Naruto. That's where I first actually got into that. I've seen a little bit of it, on TV, but I never really gave it a shot. But um, I think it was Naruto where I started to read the manga during. You guys remember SSR, Silent Sustained Reading,
Yeah.
that mandatory reading.
Oh
But
yeah.
I remember I got freaking. There was a teacher that like made fun of me because I was reading that during SSR, and he was like, "This isn't a book. This is just pictures." And he freaking said it all loud. The class was all like fucking listening and shit. But yeah, I think it was that, and then
It's like look
where
at
we're
him
at
now.
today.
It's
Look at him now, not getting into One
yeah,
Piece,
look at him
even
now.
though everyone in my friend circle is about it.
Right.
Poor
Ah,
Erica.
damn,
Bad.
Steven, you're making me go off again, bro. It's just, it's just good. It's just good.
I know, like just watch it. Nah, he'll get to it eventually, I
I'll,
guess.
I'll probably will.
If he turns over a new leaf.
It'll probably
Dude,
be like
if
how when I
you
started. What?
watch it, like if you rewatch, I don't know how you're gonna do it, like watch from the beginning or whatever. I will watch it with you, because I watched it with Yesenia, bro, and I loved it. Even rewatching it, like from
Oh,
the
he
times.
judged me because I put it in dub because
Oh
sometimes
my
I get tired.
god, yeah.
That's
I'll judge you,
fair.
bro. I'll still judge
Nah,
you for
that's fair by Jeffrey there.
that.
Hey, sometimes I'll be cleaning and doing stuff and just putting in dub. Like, I don't mind dub.
I have
But
to.
my eyes get tired or I just don't want to wear my glasses kind of person. So I'm like, oh, just switch it. I mean, there's is some questionable dubs, but
Fair enough.
I didn't mind One Piece because, like I said, I'm starting it out in dub. So I'm like,
Yeah,
I'll
same.
switch it here and there. But like Fairy Tail, I will always like dub. Just because I've always been listening to it in dub, but if like haiku, okay, ooh, that one's questionable.
Well, if you have the
Nice.
secret power like mine, where you can keep one eye on the TV and the other eye on what you're doing.
And Jeffrey has the
Ocular
fucking
jutsu.
the
Ocular
chameleon
jutsu.
shotting gun ass.
The
Wow.
chameleon. You see, he said that shit.
Nah,
He said
just
that shit at work. And I was like, I was fucking dying. But
No, I kid. But yeah, not bad. Those are some good ones. I know that Rave Master is made by the same creator of Fairy Tail and
Fairy
Eden
Tail,
Zero.
yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, I know
Bro,
the little character. Oh, go ahead.
that threw me for a loop because I thought that because when that ended, I tried to get into like the anime, but I think they only made like a couple episodes. But
Mhm.
I thought that was a continuation of that, but it's like a completely whole different
Yeah,
different series. But
I think it's kind
yeah,
of cool too how that author in his stories kind of incorporates some characters into like their new story or whatever. Like that little snowman
Boone,
or whatever, Plume. Yeah,
Blue, yeah,
was in Rave
yeah.
Master, but then was in Fairy Tale, and
What, for
then
real?
in
Oh,
yeah
damn.
he's in
Lucy's celestial key
right,
wizard
little being
thingy.
things or whatever.
He just
Um,
comes and he just shakes.
Yeah, so Plu's in there, and then Happy is in Fairy Tale, but then Happy's also in Eden Zero, but
I
that's
don't
like
understand
a
that.
different story.
I
I
don't
don't understand
understand.
it either, but I'm like, it's a
So are
thing.
they
Different
correlated
stories.
or are they not? Are they like
I don't.
kids? Or like they're kids or not? Or they're just I'm confused.
I have no idea, but that's just because I'm not like a huge Fairy Tale fan. You know my stance on Fairy Tale. I'm not like a big fan of it, personally,
Only
but
for Ursa's boobs.
because you know what would make it better
that's true.
if they actually died. Like if
That's
That's what makes
Makarov.
it better.
Okay,
I don't
look.
have to pass
Wait,
because no
hold
one's
on, hold on, hold on. If here's my thing, all of the deaths, whatever. Okay, I could forgive them. If Makarov died, only if Makarov died. If Makarov died, I
Makarov.
would forgive all the other deaths and be like, okay, I accept that.
Shout out to Modern Warfare
But
2.
Makarov, Modern Warfare 4. If he died, I would accept any other deaths. But dude, like he was like, they're like, he's not gonna make it, and then like the next episode, he's like, even in like the next like, oh, here's what's happening next time on Fairy Tale. He's like, oh, I'm alive, holy shit, and it's like, oh, it's just fucking
That
dial,
South
man.
Park
Like, Jesus
voice.
Christ.
Yeah,
What?
they did.
The
What happened
South
there?
Park voice.
South Park voice acting that you did right there.
Oh, you're like, oh, fucking. You did sound like on that. But yeah, I'm kind of in the same boat. I'm just like, man, in Fairy Tale for me, I'm just not a big fan of it, just because they don't like to kill characters off. I mean, and I know it doesn't mean like, hey, like if you kill a character off, it means it's like good storytelling or anything. It's
Yeah.
just it makes it, when you know that the characters are gonna always live and they never die,
Power
then
of friendship. No one
I,
dies.
but then
See,
then
but
what's
there's
the
no
point of
risk.
then
There's
what's
like,
the point of having villains then if they're not gonna ever do anything? You know that they're not gonna die or nothing bad's gonna happen to them or it's gonna be reversed. Then there's no point in having any conflict in the story.
but
Then why are you cock teasing us with something like this and then you just go back on it and
see,
don't even do
and
anything?
it's like what it also defeats is the purpose of like the whole thing. It said like the bad guy's whole thing was like, I'm gonna kill a dude. I'm gonna kill them all, and then like literally like till the end of the season. He's like, oh, someone dies. Oh, they're brought back. Oh, someone. Oh, no, they're back. And it's like, oh, well, now we know. Like, there's no.
You never know.
There's
Maybe
no
there will
risk.
be
There's no like.
in what is it, the
There's
thousand
no
year
tension,
There's no like
journey.
they're gonna live. Like like it's so predictable. Like at past the
right?
point of like after the first couple deaths and you're like or like deaths.
You guys may
you're
hate
like,
it, but you will forever have a little place in my heart.
no,
That's
because like
true.
here's the thing.
I mean,
Like teach their own, right? Like if you like it, you like it. I'm not saying like, oh, it's a bad anime. I mean, like, I personally wish that there was like some risk factor because it's like in One Piece, people die, right? And it's like maybe it's not a main
that's
character
debatable.
at the time or something, but the risk of it being there though, like the risk of them actually like killing off like somebody, like or like killing off anybody, like and at any point in the story is like, fuck, like who's gonna die, like. Okay, like again, spoilers alert if someone hasn't watched it yet. Like
We talk about it. There's been spoilers this whole entire time.
you know
That
what,
may not actually be the best comparison too, because in One Piece, barely anybody dies in that show.
Yeah, I was gonna
Oh,
say
I mean,
like,
the only
like
some
even I know.
the only people that die in that show are, spoiler alert if you haven't seen it or whatever, Whitebeard, Ace. Those are the only like big bit, or there's a couple of other, or maybe one or two others, but there's
One
so
Piece
many
spoils
other
it for you.
times.
Are you talking
There's
like
so
main
many other.
characters or like?
Yeah, I'm talking main
Okay.
characters, main storyline. There's a bunch of people that will die in flashbacks. Fucking Oda will massacre everybody in flashbacks if he could. But in current story time, he won't kill anybody. It's almost impossible for that man to kill anybody other than Whitebeard or Ace. If you actually like pay attention to it or whatever or think about it, very little people, if anybody, have died other than those people, other than those two.
I guess like side characters.
Do you remember Pell? You remember Pell in Alabasta, how he fucking blew himself up, and you're like, fuck, he fucking died. He fucking nuked himself. Like, how the fuck? And then he just came back, and you're just like, hey guys, or whatever. I don't remember how the fuck he came back, but how you doing? But he survived somehow. I was like, how the fuck did Pell survive? And there's been other instances like that too. But still, like, yeah.
Hey, Pedro died.
That's true.
That's
Yeah.
that's the one that matters.
But that's
No, I'm just
nah.
kidding.
I mean, Pedro
I guess.
seeming
I mean, I
he
guess
did, but I don't know. People are skeptical about that too. I mean, I think he did, but there's only a handful. It's not like they kill a lot of people in
Hey,
that
but
show.
at least it's
very
there
little.
though. Like
Yeah,
it's not like where it's like, oh, no one's ever gonna die. Like at least he
That's
has
true.
the power to actually kill somebody, and like Kimon. Like I thought Kimon was gonna live, or maybe. Steven, you got anything to say about that?
the way you say that. I won't say anything. But yeah. Let's stop pooping on Fairy Tale this time around. I'll go on to my I guess my Star Wars.
What was it? Eric's Digimon.
What was Eric's what?
Eric, Who watches Digimon?
That is
bro?
true.
Oh,
Like
Shut up,
Digimon,
Digimon was
bro.
cool.
Digimon
Digimon
was the
was dope.
shit.
I'm
The
I like
game,
Digimon.
the
Digimon.
I feel like
I
Digimon
Rumble Arena.
like
was
Digimon more than I
Walmart
like
version.
Pokemon. Yeah, I like
I,
Digimon more than I like Pokemon. Honestly, it was to me it was better. I thought it was better than Pokemon.
Digimon.
Pokemon's good until the second generation. After the second
Exactly.
generation,
Did you guys ever see
uh,
Byakugan?
Yeah.
Byakugan? Was that the name of the show?
Bakugan or whatever.
Bakugan.
Bakugan, yeah.
Sorry, my bad.
why are there so many
Did you see that?
ons?
Nah, I never watched that.
I don't think I
Never
watched
got
it.
into that. It's too gimmicky. The
Yeah,
little
I think I only watched
ball
like an
thing.
episode, but like, I got the toy when I was little. I had the little Bakugan toy.
Yeah.
Just be like, yeah, and you'd roll it and it pops out like a little
Yeah.
egg. And I'd be like, yeah. Bring it to
Little
school. I'd be
sound
like, watch
effects.
this, guys, or I'll fucking throw it and it like pops out like a dragon. I'm like,
This
yep.
guy. Okay.
Dude,
And then when
Yeah,
you
yeah, yeah.
lost it, and then that's it.
I don't remember what happened to it.
Nice. But I'll go on to my backstory with anime and how I started. I think I started with it was either with Pokemon or with Dragon Ball. I think it was honestly Dragon Ball Z at the time that I first started watching it. Of course, I jumped into Yu-Gi-Oh and all those other ones. I remember watching Naruto when it first launched on Toonami because I remember it was like 2004, 2005 or something like that and or no, I think it was early. I think it was like 2003 or something.
Yeah, it was,
Um,
yeah.
yeah, it was somewhere around that time. And I remember going to one of my friend's house and I saw it and we were like, oh shit, what the hell is this? And we started watching and it was pretty cool. I liked it. You know, continued watching it on Toonami and stuff. But after a good while, I was like heavy into playing basketball, whatever. So I ventured off and stopped watching anime. I would watch it once in a while, watch Naruto or something, but it would be here and there. But other than that, I didn't really watch anything else. I remember there was a good chunk of time where I just kind of like fell off of it completely. And I would watch it once in a while when it was on TV. But then once I got into college, I think it was my first year of college, I watched what was it? I watched Attack on Titan around the time when it first came out, and that shit fucking blew my mind when I watched it because it was like my actual like introduction into actual anime, like kind of like you say Jeffrey, like Dragon Ball and all those other ones like don't count or whatever. I don't know, you just maybe because they're mainstream or what and whatnot. But I liked Attack on Titan a lot. It was my gateway into it pretty much because after I watched that and finished up that, it was over. Like it
Oh,
consumed my it consumed
Bruh.
my life, I guess. I jumped into Sword Art next. I enjoyed that at the time. I jumped into Death Note, all the like somewhat mainstream ones that you could say that are out there, and then that kicked off my interest into watching other ones like obscure ones that aren't just the mainstream ones. I watched a bunch of other ones and then started kicking off with keeping up with the seasonal animes, and that's just how all that stuff turned out. Yeah, and that's how mine turned out. It was a big gap between when me actually watching it pretty heavily as a kid, the mainstream ones, up until actually starting to watch the different shows that aren't Dragon Ball and crap. But yeah, that's about it. I feel like a lot of people's are like that. There's like a big gap of time and then they start watching
yeah.
actual shows, but um
But
yeah, that's how
man,
mine was.
can I say though, like Attack on Titan, when I first, so like I think I watched that with my dad, and we were both into it, man. It was like every new episode, every episode, like we watched together. It was amazing. It was like just a story around that, like the intrigue, like just like man, just animes like that are just so good. Like you just want to know more. You're just like, damn it, like give me another episode. Fucking let's go.
Yeah,
But yeah.
speaking of that, what's your favorite, I guess, like genre of anime that you like that just interests you and that just draws you in? If you see some shit happen in an anime, what type of anime is like that will just make you be like, "Oh fuck, like I'm all in, like give me like let me binge this shit."
Me? Am I going first?
Yeah, for you in particular.
Man. You know what I find intriguing is like, I don't know if like what genre you'd put this in. Maybe like mystery. Like I guess like I don't. I have two like sci-fi ones because I really like sci-fi stuff. Like I really like space or like futuristic ideals. Like for instance, like cyberpunk. Um,
Yeah.
Obviously, like it's based on a game or whatever, but like what really gets me into it is just like it's like I'm not saying like, oh, like this is something that we could look forward to or this is something that's gonna happen, but like it's very possible. Like I'd say like that's the closest like thing that we could potentially get to, like as like a human, as the human race, you know, at least that technologically advanced stuff. So that's interesting to see like how that's implemented, you know, like in an anime. Um, Other ones are like mystery ones. And what I mean by that is like, because I don't know how to categorize it, if there's a category for them, but um, like like Attack on Titan, like something that like something like so fucking crazy is happening, and you just like, what the fuck's going on? Like, what is happening? Like, I want to know. I want to. I want to be there when this character like finally figures out like what the fuck's going on. Those are always like instant. Like I'm in it. Like I'm ready to go all the way and watch this to the end. Um, so yeah, I'd say
Nice.
those are my two.
Not bad. For myself, I'd say it'd probably be mystery ones, you know, like well done mystery anime that know how to like build that shit up and fucking actually make you think and be like, God damn, like what is happening? Like I gotta watch the next episode to find out what's going on with this, and it makes you kind of like think and try to put pieces together in your head, and you're like, maybe this, like you
You
theory
know what?
craft and crap with stuff. Yeah. What
Um,
were you gonna say?
I say like a good one. Um, a good example I would give is like Classroom of the Elite, because like
Oh yeah.
my thing is like, damn, like this was the main character, bro. Like what's his deal? What's going
Yeah.
on, bro? Like how did he get like this? Like he's a top dog, bro. Like he uses everybody. He knows how to do all this shit. And that latest episode where he kicked that dude's ass, bro. He fucking kicked them all kinds, bro. I was
Yeah.
like, holy shit, dog. Like I want to know, dude. I'm like, what the fuck, like,
Boy.
man.
Oh, that's up here. My bad. I'm grabbing some stoofs. Um, but I got this at the fair the other day. Or like last week. Do you see it?
That's
Oh,
It's
is
private.
that
it.
Classroom of the Elite?
Alright.
Yeah, it's your boy
Yeah.
with
Oh,
all the
bro.
girls. I was like, hey, yeah,
What
let's
is
go, and I
it?
got a long one
I
too.
can't see.
Oh, you didn't see it?
I
It's
can't see it.
let me see. I think you might be able to see better like this, kind of.
I can't. I
It's
mean, like, I can't see because I can't see your guys' video.
oh, okay. Yeah, I'll take a picture and then I'll send it to you. But it's just a picture of the main character, Kiyotaka, and or Ayana Koji and fucking and all the girls from Classroom of the Elite, the main ones. But it's pretty cool. But yeah, that's a show that I really enjoy too, and that I thought was a good example of mystery. And you're like, what the fuck's going on with this dude? What's going on through this guy's head? Like, is he a good dude or is he a bad, like, is he a bad guy? Like, you see some glimpses of good in him, but then you see other stuff where he's just like, damn, that was kind of shady. Why the fuck did he do that? It's just, wild. But stuff like that, or just other mystery anime that make you like fucking think, really piqued my interest. I always love a good romance anime too. If it's well done romance and it's like, you see the development and cute shit, that always hooks me. I'm a sucker for that stuff. I love rom-com animes, mostly, but yeah, just good romance in general is really really cool. Or just I love other stuff too. Like I'd say, I'm trying to think of something in particular. Maybe like um I don't know, just stuff with good characters. I love character-driven shows that just, like it doesn't even have to be anything crazy, but I just love characters that are just intriguing. Some of them can be just somewhat basic, or some can be um, just crazy stories or whatever going alongside of it. But if it has like a really good, engaging character or just cast of characters, like I love Gojo from Jujutsu Kaisen, one of my favorite characters. He's just super funny. In the him and Yuji and stuff too, and they're always just like the dynamic duo of just goofy fucking idiots in in their own show. But still, they get down and fucking beat some ass and stuff, and I can't wait to see what's gonna happen, in season 2 of the anime because it's gonna
Can't
dive
wait.
more dive more into Gojo and like see different sides of that dude, and I can't fucking wait. It's gonna be cool. But yeah, stuff like that's cool. Or just like on the other side of it too, with like being like crazy, like good story, like really well done storytelling, but like really good cast of characters is Vinland Saga. That's one that I really fucking love
Oh
too.
yeah,
That
yeah,
yeah, just the characters in there are fucking amazing. Just God, man, it's fucking nuts. I love it so much. But yeah, just good characters too. It's just something that I like a lot in my my anime. But yeah, that's what I got. Eric, what about you?
Favorite genre?
Yeah, favorite genre or
Um,
what will suck you into an anime? Is
I
it something
think
relatable? Is it I don't know.
I think if I had to say a genre, it would probably be like, well, obviously, I guess all manga is fantasy, like fantasy adventure,
Yeah.
something like that. I think those are pretty. Well, I mean, because for me, I gotta say, like the Rave Master was like, man, I thought that thing was so cool. That shit was amazing. It's just the characters, like the fact like he has a sword that can turn into all these other ones. Like the fights in that were freaking amazing. Um, I think that's what probably gets me hooked into an anime. Would probably be like main character, some sort of like a kind of like a not revenge, but it's more like oh shit, he's like a driven character to find like this other like in an anime. I think it would be like if a character was wronged or like something they did to them, and then they would work their way up to fight that person in the end.
Hmm.
I think that's would be like one of my favorite things about an anime that would get me hooked onto it real quick.
Nice. Not bad, not bad. Yes, what about you? What do you look for in an anime or what hooks you into one? This one I'm interested to hear because I know Yessie's very when it comes to watching anime, she's very how you
Picky.
say like
yeah.
I'm trying to think of the word for it, but you lose interest very quickly, I guess.
Yes, I do. I mean, it's like a movie. If it's not like catching me in the first 20 minutes, then it's you're gonna lose me. I'll have the
Oh,
attention span of a fish. So that's the best way I can compare it to. It's like the One Piece. I mean, I can finish it, but just the sense of the 1,000 episodes, I think, has kind of discouraged me, and I'm just like, eh. But I really don't have a favorite genre. But I guess I kind of go more towards to like either comedy or romantic comedies. But it can be too like overly fan servicey for me. Like my favorite one that I'll have to say would have to be like is My Love Story because it was just like
Cute.
it was just perfect. It was the right amount. It was just like perfect.
I
And
love
then
mm.
also I do like some the is it boy love or is it what would you describe it as?
Yaoi?
Or yeah, either one you wanted to describe it. So I like those two, like Yuri on Ice. Some of those. Some of them are cute. Some of them are just like pretty basic, but I can't really assign myself to a certain one because it's kind of all over the place. It just depends on which one can catch my attention at that time.
Right.
Because there's some that I watched and I'm like the first episode, I'm like, yeah, I'm bored. I'm not gonna watch these again.
You know what I don't understand is like I'm just gonna take this for example. Like it's haiku. It's the middle of like the finals. Like they're fucking like tied and shit, and they're going at it. And it's like end of episode. And yes, he's like, oh, I'm tired, guys. Like I'm gonna go to bed. Like, dude, I'm over here like, the fuck you mean we're gonna go to bed? Like we're gonna watch the next episode and we're gonna see if they fucking win or not. Like what the hell? And yes, he's like, I'm bored. I'm like,
And
bro,
just
it's like
for
in the middle of the damn match. Like what? Like what do you mean?
And just for
Okay.
information's sake, yeah, one of Yessie's favorite anime is Haikyuu, but yet she will do something like that in, her favorite anime. And I'm like,
It's just because
Yessie.
like I can't sit still for long. Okay, this is it's just I get tired. Like I said, I get tired of reading, and sometimes I don't like to watch a whole season in one day. That's just because I'm gonna be sad after. So I
Yeah,
like to
I'm
spread it
saying.
out. It's like if I was watching Big Mouth, for example, I could have easily watched it just the whole entire day. But no, I put in a span of maybe a week, just so
Mhm.
I don't have run out of something to watch. I
Exactly,
can't, I
Jeffrey.
can't, I can't binge watch from waking up all the way to going to bed. I can't do
Okay,
that. That
Yeah, me
okay.
it's
neither.
boring.
I
If
can't do
it's
that either.
interesting, if it's
It's
interesting,
interesting, but
you're
then I
not
get
like
tired.
how I'm like, dude, like holy shit. Like, okay, for like I know this is anime related, but like Stranger Things, dude, I
You should have
watched
So
savored
I
that.
watched
You
the
should have
first.
savored
I know
that.
I should have savored it because now I'm like, I'm like, fuck, like there's nothing to watch now.
It's gonna be 2 years
But
before season
I know,
5.
bro. I'm fucking so upset about that. But like, I watched the first episode of that, and I was like, I'm fucking in, bro. Like, I'm in this shit. I'm gonna. Like, I couldn't stop myself. I was just like, I gotta know what happens. Like, I have to see what fucking happens, you know. And that's the same
it's
with
like
anime. Like, it's the
it's like
same thing
eating
with
food.
anime.
You
I'm
want
just
to
like,
savor the food. You don't want to just scarf it down like
No,
you only have
just don't
20
wanna
minutes.
like.
That's how I see it.
I don't
But
know how
like
to
I
do
said,
that.
I have a very short attention span. So like after maybe 2, 3 episodes, I'm like done. I'm
Not
done.
me, bro.
So I have to go to something new.
I'm like, let's go.
Now,
Woo!
now that I think about it, I feel like more recently I've caught myself kind of being the same way, Yessie, just a little bit. I don't know if it's because my time constraints of, what I have going on, working, taking care of my family and stuff like that, just doing stuff, going out and about, um, is kind of caught me in that cycle of, I don't have a lot of time to watch anime, but, when I do, I'll watch an episode or two, or I'll watch a few episodes, but I won't binge watch like a whole fucking season of something in one go like I used to. I feel like my time constraints have gotten me in that way to where when I do have free time, I catch myself in a like window of where I'm like, I can watch all of this shit right now. I don't do it. I'll watch a episode or two and then I'll get distracted and like start doing something else. Unless it's like really fucking crazy and then I'm like, all right, I gotta go on to the next one. But like for the most part, I haven't binge watched something in a while. I'd say. But yeah, I feel like yes, he's rubbing off on me. I'm just kidding.
I'm not a binge watcher. Like I
Uh,
said, I can't sit down and do one thing for a long amount of time. Like already in
Right.
the movie, I was already getting uncomfortable because I was sitting still for like like 45 minutes. I'm like, oh man, sitting here for this long, I gotta move, or it's just I'm getting restless, or
feel
I'm
like
bored.
for myself, part of it plays into my phone. Like I need to like detach from my phone and like throw that thing in the fucking in like the trash or something like that while I'm watching anime. Because if I'm watching anime and I'll watch, like a couple of episodes and then I'll catch my phone and then like just whatever, just look at something like I got a text or whatever, it'll drag me into a fucking rabbit hole of like me like scrolling on Twitter or do whatever and it'll just drag me away from like I said, anime or something, and I catch
yeah,
myself doing that sometimes, and I'm like, it's just I need to detach from that sometimes or
Usually
get
the
away
phone
from it
will
a little bit.
yeah.
Yeah.
I notice I do that too now. Like if I'm watching something, or even if I'm playing like Modern Warfare 2, like with Eric and them, like I don't know, like it. Like at first it was just like, whatever. But
It's
like
the
now I
TikTok,
notice
bro.
it's TikTok, well, like
That's
Instagram
You
all.
and
guys
then
use it
Facebook, and
to
then like
talk.
I just like it's like an unconscious like, oh, and you're just watching TikToks and like
Yeah,
When it
you're
comes
just
to that, I'm very aware of that. I usually like, oh, if I know I'm gonna be on my phone, like if I'm already watching a show more than like 5 minutes, and I'm like, you know what, I'm not gonna pay attention to this. Let me just turn off the TV, and I'm just gonna chill on my phone. So I'm
yeah.
very aware when it comes to that, but then I'll come back to it later. But I notice Jeffrey, like, he will have like the TV on and the Xbox on for like hours, and he'll like, well, you're kind of on your phone, so wouldn't it make sense to just turn it off?
Yeah,
uh,
that's me. I'll
Yeah,
catch myself
different.
and I'll be, or I won't catch myself, but I'll just do it, and then I'm like, fuck, I was on my phone for like 30 minutes. I could have watched another anime. Like I could have watched the next episode of this, but I didn't.
I was doing it right now. I was like, we came home from the movies, had ourselves dinner, and we got ourselves dinner brought back here. I put on YouTube, and I watched like maybe like 10 minutes of it, and I was like, I was on my fucking phone again. I was like, So the
Yeah.
YouTube was playing. I didn't even get to watch like most of it, and then finally I was like, oh shit, I should probably like watch the YouTube. And it was by the time got back into it, it was like the end of it. I was like, fuck, I
Hmm.
didn't even watch it.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I think that we just need to like not just I get easily distracted somewhat now. Like kind of yes, he was saying like you say you have the attention span of a goldfish. I feel like my phone has gotten me into a space sometimes where I'm like, oh fuck, I'll get distracted by something else or by my phone or something when I should have been doing something else. You know, like watching an anime or like when I was like, oh yeah, I set out to watch this or I was gonna watch a YouTube video or something. Um, yeah, not bad, not bad. I feel like we went through everybody there, right? For the favorite genre. Yeah, I went through myself, Eric's, Jeff's,
Yeah.
and Senya's. Cool. The last thing that I really wanted to touch on, I mean, it could carry into, more conversation, of course, but was for myself, my channel on YouTube and stuff. I know it's not huge or anything, but for the most part, I talk about anime, I talk about manga, whatever. I talk about light novels, just different anime, like kind of culture and subculture kind of stuff. And that's just my thing. It's just something I love to talk about personally. But for you guys, I know you guys are, anime fans, maybe not as intensely as I am myself, but have you guys ever thought about doing something anime based in the future? I don't know what it may be, make a video on it. Do you want to dive somewhere deeper into it, or do you guys just stay watching it? I don't know. I don't know, either or,
uh,
Get more tattoos so
Mhm.
fellow anime weebs can find me in a crowd.
Yeah, it could be something like that, like that's pretty cool. You want to get more anime tattoos, you want to fucking deck out your car and like stickers, like anime stickers or something. You want to maybe go to like more anime conventions or just something you want to like set out to be a goal or you have interest in taking part of in the anime community or, just part
I
of, I
mean,
guess, anime
my
related
car
things.
can not be as loud. I mean, that thing is covered in stickers like if I was some little girl. but
Right.
uh,
but I mean, I'm pretty easy to spot out now. Like it says there, I'm a cat person. I'm a K-pop person and an
Mhm.
anime person. And I have all the even video games on there too.
Right.
Pretty
Yeah.
easy to find out. And then my arms too. Well, my one little anime tattoo, my little Yuji.
Hmm. What other ones are you thinking of
Oh,
getting? Do you have any in mind, I guess? Like of the tattoos, the anime tattoos you're gonna get?
Sure, that one has been on my mind. It's just forever my fairy tale emblem. I want it on my thigh.
Hmm.
And it's just the thing is that for the size that I want, it's going to be ranging from like 300 because I want it in color too. So it's going to be, I want to say the size, maybe the size of my hand.
Not bad.
Because
Good size.
just on my thigh, it's a big chunk of meat to work on. And, and I don't know. Oh, I've been wanting some anime eyes,
Like
like
contacts?
no, like a tattoo.
Oh, okay.
It's like I don't know how to explain it, but it has like little hearts and eyes, and I don't know if you like know what I'm talking about. I can't show it to anybody,
You're like the
but
Ahegao eyes? No, just kidding.
it's
Or
kind
is
of
it?
like it, but
Is
not
it? Oh,
really.
okay.
It's kind
well,
of close.
I'll put a picture up. Um,
Oh, you know what it is? Like
me?
as example.
Oh
I have
no,
Yeah.
it.
no, no.
oh,
I was
what?
just gonna look up the anime eyes.
Another one from Fruits Basket. I want what's in a Kyo.
Nice, not bad. Some cool ideas you got for tattoos for anime. Eric, what about you? What do you got going on? Do you just want you still continue being, just watching anime and stuff, here and there, or do you got anything planned for the future to jump into? A little bit different.
Um, I think right now, I think what I'm really banking on right now and kind of like hope or kind of wishing it was already here is that season 2 of Jujutsu Kaisen. I
Hmm.
don't think I've like ever like peaked like my interest hasn't peaked for like an anime in a while like it is for that because
Hmm.
I don't know, I just really like that and
Hmm.
I really like that anime. But speaking of like doing more. I think I just looked up the freaking. I was like, I wonder how much that Master copies are, and bro, for like the complete series, it's like $1,200.
God damn, how many
I'm
volumes
like,
is it?
there's 35.
Fuck, 1,200 for. I mean,
Yeah,
Remaster popular. Yeah, like that's.
people are
And it's an
asking
old
for
school
that.
show, or it's an old school series. So,
Yeah.
damn,
I
that's
didn't
crazy.
realize it was that much, bro. Those things used to be like
It's vintage.
$12.
Yeah,
Those
it's
things used to be
vintage.
$12, man. I don't know. I think that might be my next mission is to see if I can find those in the wild, like at Bookman's or something. I
Right,
think
or
I
build
think
up
I'm gonna
the
start a
collection.
little. I'm gonna start a little series on that. My little
Nice.
adventures trying to find the series. I think
That'd
I'm
be
gonna
cool.
start it tomorrow.
That'd be
If y'all
cool.
see a video,
Yeah.
if y'all see a video
I'm
about it,
like, I
I'll.
found fucking volumes 3 and 6 at this random fucking store. Like not even it's some backyard. I don't know, just underground
Some
store,
like
whatever.
pawn shop in the middle of
Yeah.
nowhere. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. I
That'd
think
be
I'm gonna
dope.
have fun with that.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Hell yeah.
Cool. All right, Jeffrey, what about you?
My future plans to take part in the
We
anime
just
community
finished.
is to watch this little YouTuber. His name's Bless Senpai.
Shut the
Has some
fuck
pretty good anime content. I gotta get that plug in there, bro.
Appreciate it.
uh, for anime stuff.
Buy this show for
I
our
actually been wanting to do like unboxing videos.
Ooh.
So
with his one
pretty new.
year.
But,
Still in their box after months. Jeffrey just took her out.
you
He's
ruined it.
weak.
Now I have to wait another month so people forget about it. Dang it, yes.
Wait, what happened? What are you talking?
Just cut it out. It's okay. Don't worry.
Nothing, mates. Nothing. Lads.
Mm.
No, I mean not just that, but like I've been wanting to do like unboxing videos. Like I'm gonna do an unboxing video possibly Wednesday if it comes in Wednesday. It's not an anime figure, but it's like
What?
Huh?
Of what?
It's like so with other things. It's for a game that's coming out on Wednesday. And it's pretty bad.
Oh, where I'm not gonna see you for like a week, 2 weeks or so.
Is it an anime game or is it
It's just a game, but I mean, by the time this comes out, it'll probably be like 4 days after the release.
You're
It's,
lying. This is probably gonna come out like in a month.
But no, this is coming out like 2 weeks. Sorry, because the first week is this too. You're ruining it. I mean, yeah, we record videos sometimes and whatnot. Fuck it, that's why we did anyways. But it's God of War Ragnarok.
Yeah.
I got in the Jotner edition for it, so I kind of want to do like an unboxing video, for that. But I also want to do like, that's a segue into what I'm talking about for the future content, because I also want to like when I get new figures and stuff, I kind of want to be like, oh yeah, this is my little, like take the camera, and be like, oh yeah, like this is our little anime collection, and here's our new collection for the day, and then kind of explain like why I got it and why I think
Because
it's
it looked cool.
I'm gonna be like, for the girls ones, I'm just gonna be like boob, and then booba, and then just like, everything. But yeah, that's something that I've kind of wanted to do for a while now. It's kind of just like buy new figures,
Get a new shelf. So my K-pop stuff can overtake that shelf.
Oh yeah. That, and then I was thinking about doing like little like, oh shit, like I watched this episode of this anime and fuck like.
Oh, excuse me, bro. Damn.
Sorry, Steven's already doing that. You can't do it.
What do you mean, like a review of
Yeah, just
episodes,
kind of,
or
not like a whole like like just kind of be like, oh like shit, like I saw this episode and damn, it's so cool, like I just love the art style and all that stuff, and like kind of just talk about like a little bit like it'll be a short video, but like just be like, oh my god, like I'm so excited, and like I just want to make a video about it or something.
Yeah, it won't be like full depth analysis or something, but it'll be like just you talking about
just talking
it,
about like the episode, just being like, oh like this happened during that, like oh spoiler alert, but this happened during the episode, and like the animation style animation for it is so fucking great, and this for the story is amazing or some shit like that. I don't know. like just like a
Right.
little recap of being like, oh, like because I'm so excited to see. I think that'll be more like when Jujutsu Kaisen comes out, because like that's like
Mhm.
the next like. I mean, like obviously, I think I would do one for One Piece because I don't know, just be like, oh, like, Taffy went to Gear 700, and he was like, oh, fuck you, Daiko. I'll rearrange Kaido's name, and be like, oh, but something like Jujutsu Kaisen is probably would be like the one where I'm like, oh shit, like it's back, and
Right.
oh my god, I can't wait to watch the first episode.
Felix,
Do a little
no.
Surprised you
unboxing
didn't
video.
say. Surprised you didn't say like Chainsaw Man or something. I know Chainsaw Man is going on right now, but
Oh,
would you think of doing something for like that for that?
oh, yeah. I'd probably buy the plushie. I'd probably be like, hey, I got the little plushie break.
No, I'm still mad over how they just killed off that little little doggy.
Pochita.
He's not dead,
I,
but he's
I
living within. Oh my god, you don't even.
no, he's not informed and he cannot use them to cut trees no more. So
Skipper Steve.
he is dead.
Minus 2 points, bro. Minus 2 points.
My poor boy
Minus 2
only got
points.
to bark 3 times and he's dead.
You're
I
like,
was
"You
in
can't
love
be
with
used."
He's
First
alive within Denji, bruh. Oh my god, he's not dead.
You're like, he
Nah,
can't be
he's
used
not
to
in
cut
trouble.
trees anymore.
He can't eat the toast, okay?
That's true. My boy didn't get to experience the good
That's
life
true.
or decent life.
But that recent
Yeah.
episode.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You know,
It's been
people were
pretty good.
like, you know, people were really upset that they didn't animate the feet for her.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
They were
I
like
think
so fucking like
I think
upset.
Jarrell at work was telling me about that, and I was like, "Wait, was that a thing? Were people really upset about
Yeah.
that?" I mean, the
You
anime
don't
community is
message me.
wild. I've seen shit like that before. They're just nuts, and they're just like, "They didn't animate his hand in the right way," and I'm just like, "Bro, you don't even like. Why are you? Is that the thing you're really looking at in that scene? Like, what?" People
Men.
are just crazy.
Like she literally
It's
is
not
like,
even that. It's just there's just weirdo people in the anime community that are just like,
People are
I'm like,
mad
come
because they
on.
didn't animate. Was it or hoping that they animate the other girl with her butt more bigger? I guess I don't know.
Oh yeah, Makima. That was, yeah. I was a little, yeah. I don't know. That one I was a little surprised about.
He's not thick enough.
Yeah, she was like really, like pretty damn thick in the
No.
manga, and for some reason they slimmed her down a lot. I mean, I wasn't mad about it, or I wasn't like up in arms and furious about it, but I did think it
yeah,
was a
yeah,
little weird
no,
that they
nobody.
changed that.
Oh, no one was up in arms. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no one, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
nobody.
like I'm fucking clenching my fists right now. Down low.
And
No,
that
I'm just
Arthur meme at the your kiss up.
yeah. It's like the episode ends and like you see me throwing shit. No, I'm just kidding. I'm like, damn it.
You know,
Nah.
Men are obsessed with that. As for, I think mostly the girls are just like, but the chainsaw.
But the chains.
um,
Yeah, the show's been really good so far though.
yeah,
Oh,
like,
the
a lot of
anime
people, too,
adaptation's
were
been good.
talking about like the animation stuff, like it being CGI or something, and Mappa like proved them wrong. They're like, nah, bro, like this is the animation, bro.
I think it's still been good.
It's oh man, it's amazing. The animation
Right,
is
it's
amazing.
really good.
Dude, this recent like stuff like that, man. I love that stuff because it's just like, spoiler alert. Eric, are you gonna watch it or no? Chainsaw Man.
Huh?
Are you gonna watch Chainsaw Man? Because I don't want to spoil it if you're.
Go ahead.
So like when that dude was like, Koi, and that fucking dog
Oh,
demon came
dude.
out, I was like,
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck, like goddamn, bro, like what the hell? They can make contracts with them, like shit like that. Always like, hooks me. I'm like they're with demons, like they contract these shit, but they hate them, and I'm like what's going on, bro? What's going on with
Yeah.
this shit, bro?
Crazy.
I love how like it doesn't start like that though. It's not like, oh yeah, like there's demons in the world and it's plaguing. Like it was just like it was about this dude, which I love. It's like, oh, it's about the dude, but then they're like, oh, there's demons. Oh, there's a demon hunting community, and you're like, like what the fuck? Like I wonder when we're gonna learn like more about that side, or how did this become a thing, or
Like just the intricacies of the world and how it kind of
Yeah.
functions, you know? Like
Yeah.
you don't immediately find out. It doesn't spoon feed it like it doesn't tell you everything in the beginning like other shows do, like you were saying.
Yeah.
Like let's say they'll be like, "Oh, this world works like this and does all this stuff in the beginning," but yeah, this one is just like,
It was
well,
literally
you just
like,
find out.
this
When
man
asked.
sold his left nut, and you're like, I'm in. Why did you like? I'm in it, bro. Like,
That's what got Jeffrey.
yeah, I was like, damn, bro, my dude. When it said that, I was like, oh, like he sold like, I sold my left nut. I was like, oof, damn, bro.
My big
Like this,
question is like when like everything came back, then he's like, whoa, whoa,
Wait, is that real?
see it again.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like,
Really?
oh, yeah, he's like, oh, I
Yeah.
sold my lung, I sold this, or I don't know, not his lung.
First of all, you can't sell along. That's
Yeah.
medically impossible.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Okay,
Pretty much
I
he was,
meant kidney or whatever.
he was selling parts of his
Yeah,
body
and
to
then
try to
he's
get
like,
money.
oh, I
Mm.
sold my left nut, and I was like, my
Well,
boy,
what can you use
no,
that
my
for?
boy.
That doesn't work like that. Medically speaking, you can't take a melon and put it on someone else and like, oh, yeah, it worked.
Well, they don't necessarily. I mean, I'm pretty sure there's like black market stuff. I'm pretty sure like.
What they're gonna use? I'm like, oh yeah,
I don't know. Maybe
that's it.
It's the black market, man. I don't know. He's fighting demons. What sense does this makes of the world? It doesn't make any sense. It's just anime.
Yes, he's trying to
You gotta be
make
you
it
gotta be
logically,
medically
Yeah,
correct.
logically make it make sense. She's
Like-
like,
In that scene, he literally took a puppy demon chainsaw dog and killed a bigger ass demon with it. Like he sold his left
Now, you
nut.
don't make
Okay,
like
I
my
accept
boy
it.
little, like my little king.
All right, Eric. Um, I was gonna ask you just because I think I've asked you this before, or I didn't ask you, but I told you about it before. But it's about Blue Lock, that soccer anime. I know you like soccer a lot. It's your favorite sport. Would
Yes,
you
sir.
would you watch? You haven't seen a soccer anime before, right? I don't think you have.
Um,
Or would you think
no,
you'd be able to get
not
into
really.
one?
Maybe I'll give it a shot. Why not? I
Yeah,
mean,
I
I
was
do
gonna
like
say,
soccer. I don't know, I
What
might like it.
means nobody dies.
just because, I know people that are like, oh yeah, I can't, like, I do this in real life. I can't take it seriously if it's in an anime or if it's in a like
Yeah.
cartoon show or whatever it may be.
Hmm.
But yeah, I like the show so far. It's pretty damn fucking cool. I like it a lot. It's one of my favorites that's going on right now.
Yeah.
And it's getting me into soccer. I'm like,
I was gonna ask you, like, where's that at
yeah.
right now? Is it still ongoing, right?
Yeah, it's like 5 episodes deep so far, I believe, and
Ooh.
it's been pretty fucking cool if you ask me.
Sorry,
I'd give it a watch, Eric. You should watch it. It's fucking dope.
No one
It's really
dies, Eric.
look.
No one
What is it?
dies.
What is it on?
It's on
Is
Crunchyroll.
that
I'm pretty sure.
Crunchyroll?
I don't know if it's on anything else. I can check, but I know it's on Crunchyroll for sure.
Everything's on Crunchyroll.
Jeffrey, let's watch it after this.
Crunchyroll.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Like
it's pretty
dub?
fucking
Alright,
cool. Yes,
bet.
I think you'd like it too, because it's like Haikyuu,
Oh,
where
yeah.
there's lots of dudes and stuffs and things, and yeah.
I guess I'm very picky. Like the
Yeah,
volleyball
yeah.
one doesn't
I'll
pique
give
my
it a go.
interest.
Why not?
I guess the only one that piqued my interest was like, let's say, well, Yuri on Ice. I liked it because I do like ice skating, even though I can't ice skate for the life of me. But
Mm.
it just mixed my two things was like the yaoi kind of thing, and then also it was just ice skating.
Ooh,
And then also the ballroom dancing. Like I really like that one just because
uh,
I used to dance and I've always taken an interest in ballroom dancing, and I didn't realize how extra hard it was. Like I knew it was hard, but not as difficult as it was.
mhm.
So I think for soccer, I just personally don't like soccer.
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair, for sure.
Cool.
Yeah, I just wanted to ask you about that before I kind of ended things off. But yeah, I don't want this to run too long, but this was some good anime discussion that I kind of wanted to go through. Pick your brains on a little bit of things, anime-wise. We've been into anime stuff recently. We watched the movie today. Yeah, that was an eventful thing. I've been keeping up and watching the seasonal stuff, which has been really, really cool so far. We've been watching Chainsaw Man, which is fucking dope. Can't wait for Tuesday when that comes out. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of chat about it a little bit today for today's episode. Do you guys have anything else to say before we sign off?
Well, thank you for the episode. It was very fun talking about this stuff. I love anime. Love watching it. Love talking
It's a
about
good talk.
And yeah, and again, watch Bless Senpai. great content. Great content. He's very detailed. He goes more into detail about this. He's very up to date about all things. You know with what he keeps up with and all that. So go give him a watch. Then come back here. Then give us a watch. And then follow him. And then follow us on the podcast here. So we'll talk about more things like that and more other
Talk about other shenanigans and stuff.
shenanigans and other stuff. But yeah, like thanks, man. I appreciate. I had a fun little talk today.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, appreciate you guys for coming on. Yeah, appreciate you, Yessie, for coming through. Eric, of course. Yeah, appreciate you all. Yeah, and did you guys have anything else, Yessie, Eric? You guys have anything before we hop off?
I want to say all this anime talks I'm probably gonna watch some Digimon right now
Hell
after
yeah.
this.
Good shit. I love
Get into
Digimon.
that Digimon again.
Go watch some Agumon, my boy.
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah, cool. All right, Yessie, nothing?
One thing about the movie. I like the part where Frankie farted.
And that's how we'll end it off. I thought that was funny too. It caught me off guard.
Just because it's like, because I'm that kind of person who likes fart. So.
Cool. Well, thank you guys again for hopping on and watching us.
Much
Yeah, we'll
appreciated.
catch you all next week with another episode. See y'all. Take it easy.
Later.
Later. Peace out.